Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a comparison between the Aldi's brand sugar cookie mix versus the brand name Betty Crocker sugar cookie mix. Okay, so we're going to start with the Aldi sugar cookie dough. So both recipes required an egg and a stick of butter. Now, the Aldi sugar cookie dough said room temperature butter, but for some reason that wasn't working for me. I think that's why the dough was so dry and really pretty hard to work with, so I did have to get in there with my hands, as you can see. But eventually I just dumped it out onto the baking mat and tried to work it with my hands some more, and it honestly took a whole lot of time, so a lot of that is cut out. At that point, I was ready to flour my baking mat, flour my rolling pin, and when I was rolling it out, it was still pretty dry, but it eventually became a little bit more workable. You'll see here in a second that when I did use the cookie cutters, I had the dough a little bit thick. I did that for both doughs, so the cookies at the end are pretty comparable size. So when I first pulled the Aldi's cookies out of the oven, I had thought that maybe I baked them for a little bit too long because they were a little dark around the edges, but I came to find out that that's kind of just the way these cookies are. So I'm not really sure what that was about, but they were definitely darker than the Betty Crocker ones come out. But now we're going to move on to the Betty Crocker mix. The Betty Crocker mix did call for melted butter. It also added 2 tablespoons of flour, which that was only for if you were making cutouts. I thought that was kind of different, but I mixed it up. It was initially much wetter than the Aldi's dough, but it seemed to be mixing just fine, and it was a little sticky when I ended up rolling it out. So you'll see here that when I pull these out of the oven, they are definitely lighter, but they also don't seem to hold their shape as well as the Aldi's cookies do. I have, for example, some footage of me frosting the cookies. This one is an Aldi's cookie. You can see that it held its shape really well. It's pretty much exactly what the cutout seemed to be. For the sake of comparison, I do have a Betty Crocker Christmas tree cutout. It pretty much held shape, but I have in a few seconds here an example of a mistletoe cutout that really didn't hold its shape that well. So that was pretty much the only thing that disappointed me about the Betty Crocker cookie dough. I have to say that they had very different taste profiles. I'm not sure what was in the Aldi's cookie dough, but it was almost a little bit of like a spice, maybe a cinnamon or a nutmeg or something. I personally preferred the Betty Crocker sugar cookie taste, but it really is up to preference. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will be posting a full frosting video soon, I hope. Just have to edit that and then upload it. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And in a second here, you'll get to see the final products.
Oh yeah.